Yo guys, Mike from Assetto Racing 604, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa. The Nurburgring 24-hour race unfortunately was cut well short due to fog, and of course that is the right call to make. You do not want drivers and stewards and track marshals, officials, whoever might be on a racetrack over the course of that 24-hour race being in danger due to poor visibility. But I wanted to know, what is it like to actually drive at the Nurburgring Nordschleife in conditions like this? So as you can see here at Assetto Corsa, I have the fog turned on, and just going to try and turn a lap here. I've thrown a couple of other GT3 cars out ahead of me on track, so we'll catch up to them eventually. I've got the AI turned down, but I just wanted to see what it's like. And initial impressions, this is pretty nasty. Specifically in the uphill sections, you can't see anything, and your usual corner markers, brake markers, just kind of come out of nowhere. It's very difficult to maintain a clean racing line, at least for a mid driver like myself. Like, look at that, that's awful. I would say this is pretty comparable to what we saw at the Nurburgring 24-hour last weekend. And like I say, it's just very fascinating to see what this is like. Even in a simulator, it's pretty terrifying. Because again, your brake markers, everything you depend on to get you around the track safely, just kind of is gone. So yeah, just an ugly, ugly condition. And no wonder they had to postpone the race. That was absolutely the right decision. Like I said, no question about what the stewards, I guess, decided for that race. That was the correct move. So sections like this, actually this is not too bad here. So I'm able to make my way around. Ooh, cool Nurburgring Nordschleife logo there in neon. This is the Pyre version of the circuit, by the way, with updates from, I think it's called Climax F1, free on overtake. I still say race department sometimes. I'm impressed I said overtake that time. As you can see at the top center of your screen there, I have this scheduled for 8 laps. I'm just going to go for the 1 lap and see if I can make it around here safely. As of right now, I'm doing fine, but it sure is unnerving. It's just, look at that, like it's just gone. And I know there's a dangerous left corner here. And if somebody were, for example, stalled on the track at that point, I mean, they would be toast. That would be lights out, game over. So, yeah, you see why this is so dangerous. But well done to Assetto Corsa in recreating it. I mean, look at how those trees kind of appear out of the fog as we progress. That's a really neat effect. So, coming up over the crest here. And again, the slower sections, visibility is not too bad. I was just going to say, slower sections are the easy sections, and then threw it over a curb. So, that's what I get for opening my mouth. I was going to say the fast, windy sections is where you really got to watch out, because like this, like you can't see the road. So you just kind of go by memory and instinct on where your turn-in point is, where your braking point is, and it just becomes a nasty affair. Really, really tough conditions. And if you were to add rain to this, forget it. Forget it. Somebody like myself wouldn't stand a chance even in the simulator, never mind real life. And we are slowly but surely making our way around this circuit, and I thought we would have caught up to the other GT3 cars by now, but hopefully we get to them by the end of the lap. I let them go about 15 seconds ahead of me, I'm going to say, before I started my lap. And the way the light emerges from the fog in the distance in this title is absolutely beautiful. Whoa! And this is the Mercer V8, by the way, with this cool glow-in-the-dark skin. It looks amazing from the exterior shots. There's the other cars. Or at least one of them. I think I've got a Porsche and a Lambo. That's the Lambo, so where's the Porsche? I don't know how accurate this is, but I can't really see the tail lights, interestingly. I can see the outline of the car and even some coloration on the car, but I can't see the taillights. It is evident that the headlights are on. Oh, there we go. Now I can see it as I get closer. And this, again, is the Lambo. This section here is where we saw that Mercedes make that incredible save here over the weekend that has pretty much gone viral among those who know what it takes to catch a race car in a slide. That was a super impressive catch. So the question now is, where did the Porsche disappear to? Again, hoping we can catch him by the end of this lap. No sign of him though, although he could be, 500 feet down the road, and I just simply cannot see him. Again, what a beautiful sight here, although very tricky conditions. Thankfully, I know the track quite well. And can kind of, oh boy, kind of get myself orientated, whatever the proper word is, with where I am on the track. So, there we go. There's the Porsche. I was going to say, this is much more mentally draining. It's very hard to see. I don't know what this is going to look like on video. Generally, when I'm recording, it looks like I'm at about warp 5 by Star Trek speed. And then I watch the video back. I'm like, is that full speed playback? So this probably isn't going to look all that impressive in video, but trust me, if you get a chance to fire up Assetto Corsa and give this a try, it's very, very interesting. Oh, how beautiful is that? So we'll get the chance to overtake right at the start of the Dottinger Straight. Come on, LM GT3 Porsche, Manti Racing, you want to let me by, I know you do. There we go. You can see him in the side view mirror. Audi Sport logo there looking blurry. And by the way, if you're running the immerser and it doesn't sound like this, it's probably because you're using version 3. I've reverted my sounds back to version 2. I much prefer the version 2 sounds of this Don't Call Me Mercedes. Whoa! Alright, so we survived this lap. That was super fun. Have you tried driving in the fog at any title? Let me know your thoughts on it. And this was a really fun one. Really interesting to experience what the fog is like here at Nords. Alright, thanks so much for watching.